Jim, earnings season's coming up. What are the top 3 companies that you're going to be watching for to check out their earnings? I mean, the 3 that are
right. I think that, first of all, Deere is one that we're focused on. Potash upgraded today by Taika Naroga. I mean, look, the ag story is very good. It is true that soy's at a 1-year low and corn has come back down. But Monsanto showed you on any lift, Monsanto's been the hottest stock in this market. And they simply just said, look, business is okay. Which tells you that DuPont business could be, DuPont's got a considerable ag business. So I like Deere. Broadcom. I mean, Broadcom, it's not skipping a beat. We're in a seasonally very strong period for what I regard as being just the semiconductors to begin with, but then also anything Apple related. And we know that Apple just blew out the doors with a new iPhone. And then, take a look at Schlumberger. I mean, I was talking with Stephanie Link today, and we're looking at Schlumberger. It's down double digits for the year. It's down 30 points from its high. It reflects West Texas going to 60, Brent going to 80, and yet Brent is at 106. No large companies are going to cancel contracts with oil at 105, 106. They're just not going to stop drilling. Brazil's going to drill like mad. We saw Sinopec buy a Canadian oil company. Sinopec is not going to cut back on drilling. We know that that Bakken, we know that Eagle Ford, we know that Niobrara, we know that the big shale plays, Marcellus, are very, very active. Mexico's drilling again. There's a lot of drilling going on in Iraq. I just don't see the negative. Now, those are all Action Alert names. Away from Action Alert, let me just tell you a couple companies that I think at this point seem a little ridiculous to the downside. Ford and GM. GM just reports this morning that Chinese sales are up 15%. You must believe in a double dip, and you must believe in a recession in China and a severe downturn in Europe. And I'm not sure we get a severe downturn in Europe. I just don't know if we're actually going to get one. Sure does reflect that we're going to get one. And then another one I'm looking at is this National Oil Well Varco. They came on the show not that long ago and said there's been no decline in order books. And same thing with Joy Global, mining companies. And yet the stocks are down. National Oil Well's down hideously. I think this is people fighting the last war. In 2008, National Oil Varco was like the worst stock imaginable. And yet I don't think it is going to be the bad earnings. You could say Freeport, but Freeport just jumped 4 points, so I got to be careful. Freeport, and they have a strike.
So on these energy companies, will you be listening for, they usually say where they're pegging their price of oil at, like I'm basing my numbers on $75 oil.
Yeah, and I think that Brent has been so stubborn. I was talking with Stephanie Link, research director of Action Alerts, and we were saying, unless Brent's totally manipulated, of which I don't think you can be totally manipulated. I mean, I may be manipulated for like $10, but 105, 106, it just shows you that you should be drilling like man. EOG Resources says, they have they can make money at $20.
Right.
So I just don't get these stocks. I just don't get them.
All right.
They're too cheap.
Jim's top 3 for earnings that he's watching are Deere, Broadcom, and National Oil Well.
Yeah. Or Schlumberger.
Or Schlumberger. All right.
Thank you.
Well, for more of Jim's picks, go to kramerspicks.com.